How are you, my fans, sneak peepers, and curious friends? I am difficult and demanding. If you want to know my real name, then hold still, and I might bring your wish to fruition. Before we begin, you can find this podcast show in iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Blueberry, Google Play Music, TuneIn, YouTube, and Stitcher. Now, unlike the other people in your life, I actually care about what you think. So meet me halfway, take a tiny moment, and give my podcast and each episode a review rating. This is the I'm Difficult and Demanding podcast, keeping it real, uncensored, and shooting straight between the eyes. The third eye, that is. I am going to hit you with explicit truth. This solo show is outrageously honest and keenly witty with a view into life. Yes, I said life. That's what we do every day when we wake up from sleeping. We are living life. Well, some of us at least. Moreover, I hope to provide you with gut-wrenching laughter and a touch of wisdom. Let's get something straight. Really, really straight. I am truly, actually, habitually, and shamelessly difficult and demanding, and I completely own it. Now, I don't ask for much because I expect and receive it all. I firmly believe that if you expect shit, you will receive shit. What does that mean? Well, it means expect nothing but the best and don't settle for less. Now, as always, I, your host, Tara, am keeping it real and uncensored. Unplug from life and dive all into episode 18 of the I'm Difficult and Demanding podcast, keeping it real on the ridiculous world we live in. Today's show is called Serving Biscuits and Bullshit. How important is an opinion to you? Is hindsight really 20/20 vision, or is it just an excuse not to admit you fucked up and turned a blind eye to the abuse of 13 human beings? Trump believes unity for none and chaos for all. Before I begin, I am going to do a call out. What's a call out? Well, it's not a shout out. I am calling out you motherfucking lurkers. If you have entered my world, then be honest with yourself about it. You want to be here, and you know I want you here, so follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Finally, climb aboard and enjoy the entire show, because I am giving you plenty of ridiculous honesty. Once the podcast episode ends, I am keeping it going on my Instagram page at Difficult and Demanding and on my Twitter page at Mrs. D and D. It's that time again for you to come into my world, and today I want to talk to you about opinions. What is an opinion? An opinion is a view or judgment formed about something, not necessarily based on fact or knowledge. So again, an opinion is a view or thought not based on fact or knowledge. So why are opinions treated as facts? Like when someone says something about us, to us, about someone else, why is that taken as law? Why is that taken as biblical? Why is that taken like it's etched in stone? Why do we handle other people's opinions as truth, as fact? It's something for you to think about. And most times, 9 times out of 10, most people take someone's opinion and they run with it, whether it be gossip, hearsay, he say, she says, whatever the case may be. Opinions carry a lot of weight. On one of my Instagram posts, a lovely lady, and I am truly being sincere, I'm not being sarcastic, posted a response to one of my questions, and her reply was contradictory to my view. And naturally, what I've noticed with people on social media is that they want people to truly follow them, meaning their followers are supposed to follow them. What they think, what they believe, what they do, how they do it. It's like complete blind loyalty. And first of all, I appreciate the fact that she took the time to read my posts, and she took the effort and time to give her personal thoughts. And I let her know that. I told her that, we could agree to disagree. And I called her my friend. And there wasn't any anger or hostility or anything from my part for the fact that she didn't agree with me. I was okay with that because she really doesn't have to give a damn about what I think. And on the flip side of that, I don't have to give a damn about what she thinks. But I do, because she's a human being, I do respect her, and I do respect the fact that she has an opinion, and I do respect the fact that she is comfortable and confident enough to share that opinion. But that is as far as this shit goes. Let's be clear. I respect the fact that she's human. I respect the fact that she has a thought and a view. I respect the fact that she's courageous enough to share it. But that is as far as this motherfucking shit goes. Let's be clear. Because it is my choice. It is my prerogative to choose what I will accept or decline into my life. Another person's thought or view is only worth as much energy or life that I put into that. And if I choose not to put any of my life force, my life energy into that, it ceases to exist. It's a non-motherfucking factor. It's a non-motherfucking factor. Now, on the other hand, there was this angry, very hostile, angry dude that also contacted me on one of my Instagram posts. And he was attempting to rip me a new asshole. Basically, he wanted me to have 2 motherfucking buttholes. And that's what his goal was, because he didn't like what I was saying. He didn't like how I was saying it. He just didn't like what the fuck I was doing and how I was doing it. Okay. And instead of getting angry and deleting his post on my Instagram page account and then turn around and blocking his Trump type of crazy ass, I decided, you know what? I wanted to play. And sometimes a girl needs some playtime. And I love cerebral titillation. That is what I said. I love to be cerebrally titillated. So he decided to go on a whole nother level of crazy. And it was like it was the type of crazy that one flew over, under, around, side to side, over the cuckoo's nest type of crazy. And I mean, like, fuck. I mean, he came out guns a motherfucking blazing. And he asked me if I was Christian. And he challenged me to answer his questions. And this is the thing. You can ask me whatever you want to ask me. I may or may not answer it. I may dance around the motherfucking bitch like I was a fucking stripper. That's what the fuck I may do. Your question is the pole and I'm the stripper, and I may decide to dance around that bitch instead of sliding the fuck up and down it. That's what the fuck I said. And it all depends on my mood. It depends on what's going on, and it depends on what you're trying to get at. You see, when you come at me, I'm going to take a moment and step back and say, okay, what the fuck is this person really trying to achieve? What are they trying to do? And they're doing it on my platform. They're not even doing it on their motherfucking platform. So I got to give respect to a person who's audacious enough to step on my platform, my page, and try to rip me another motherfucking new one. I mean, shit, I have to respect a motherfucker who can do that. I mean, that takes balls, and I like a motherfucker with some balls. I have a few sets of my own if you haven't figured that out. And I didn't want to answer whether I'm Christian or not, or how religious, because to me, that's neither here nor there. What I am, what I'm not. The fact is right and wrong is wrong. And this motherfucker was trying to punk me. Now, I will indulge you. I will engage with you up until a certain point. I am not going to let you punk me. Let's be clear. I am not going to let you punk me. So it was at the end of a long day. And I was in just a bit of a mood, which means I was in a bitchy ass mood. and that bitch would be me. I am she is me, we are each other. And that's what I was at that point in time. And I was ready to battle. Now, I wasn't ready for the type of battle where, it's confrontational. It's the shit that you see on reality TV. No, I was ready to do mental battle. And a smirk came across my face. And in my head, I said, bring it, daddy, because mama got something for your motherfucking ass. That's exactly what I said. I put a smirk on my face. And I said, okay, the motherfucker wants to come for me. That's cool. It's the perfect time. It's the perfect place. And I'm in the perfect motherfucking mood. Daddy wants to bring it, because mama got something for your ass. That's exactly what I said. So through the course of our conversating back and forth on my posts, he was trying to pigeonhole me. And I don't like being backed into a motherfucking corner unless I have placed myself in that motherfucking corner. I don't like being backed in the corner. Now, I'm very good at backing other motherfuckers in the corner, but I don't like to be backed in the corner. And you may say, Tara, that's a double standard. Hell, motherfucking yeah, that's a double standard. And you know what I tell my kids? Life ain't fair. Life isn't fair. Yes, that's what I said. So many people are like, oh, I can't believe she told her kids that. Oh, yes, the fuck I did. Oh, because it's true. Life is not fair. And that's where we go wrong. We tell people shit that's not true. That's fairy tale. That's motherfucking Peter Pan. And it's not motherfucking true. I'm honest with my children. I try to be as tactful and diplomatic as possible, but my goal as their mother is to guide and to inform them, not teach them some motherfucking fairy tales so when they become an adult, they're not equipped to deal with the shit that they should be ready for. So I don't do that. I tell my kids life is not fair. I tell them where I can, as your mom, make it fair for you, I will do so. But I clearly tell them, look, you can't expect everything your sister gets, and your sister cannot expect everything you get, because you both are different. You are at different stages of your life. You have different personalities. You have different wants, expectations, needs. One person is not loved more than the other just because you get this and she gets that, or she gets this and he gets that. It's not about love. It's about practicality. It's about reality. And I work hard to get them to understand that just because she has this and you get that, it's not a reflection on the quantity or the quality of love that you're going to receive from me and your father. This is just what it is, and this is why it is, because you are 10 and he is 7, and you cannot do the same motherfucking thing. It's clear as that. I speak the truth, and I speak it in a way that the audience I'm speaking to, they can understand. It is in their language. So let me get back to what I was saying. I don't like to be pigeonholed, and he was trying to do so, but he couldn't get me. He was saying shit like, why should I listen to you? Who are you? And I'm like, shit, why should you listen to me? I don't know why the fuck you should listen to me. If you can't answer why the fuck you listening to me, then why the fuck you asking me why the fuck you should listen to me? Like, come on, get your shit straight. I don't have time to deal with stupid ass motherfucking shit. Don't ask me some stupid ass shit. Why should I listen to you? Motherfucker, bitch ass, get the fuck out of my face. I don't know why you're listening to me, but maybe you like my voice. Maybe you like the way I curse. Maybe you like the way that I curse and I'm intelligent at the same time. And usually people who curse the way I do are not supposed to be intelligent. You know what? Let me tell you what I do. I do what the fuck I want to do. And I do it in a way that I'm not supposed to motherfucking do it. That's what I said. I do what I want to do. And I do it in a way that I'm not supposed to do it. Society expects you to behave in a certain way and do things in a certain way. And if you do not, then they try to label and judge you that, oh, you must be this because you behave this way. You must be that because you're not doing this. That has nothing to do with anything. The point of my podcast, Difficult and Demanding, I am just pushing your buttons. I am pushing your boundaries. I want you to think. And I want you to keep thinking. I don't want you to be judging people, judging a book by its cover. I don't want you to look at someone and think that you know who the fuck they are because you don't know anything about anything. Matter of fact, you don't even know your motherfucking self. So how the fuck are you going to judge somebody else? Are you Christian or are you not? Because of some shit that I'm posting. If your motherfucking ass can't read on my page, it says this is an entertainment podcast with some laughter and some wisdom. I am not trying to convert y'all motherfuckers. I'm not trying to do shit. I'm giving you some knowledge that I know. You can take it or leave it. Now, why are you listening to me? You need to ascertain that motherfucking shit. That's what you need to do. You need to ascertain that. That he said, who are you? Who the fuck am I? I'm nobody. Shit.
I am nobody. That's what the fuck I said. I'm everyone and I'm no one at the same goddamn time. I am nothing and every goddamn thing. Which means I can be whatever the fuck you need me to be, or whatever you want me to be, or whatever I choose not to be. Simple as that. Do I talk in riddles? Yes. But if you can keep up with my intelligence, you can see the humor in it. I am no one and everyone at the same goddamn time. So you need to figure out, not me, you need to figure out who the fuck I am. It is not my job to tell you who the fuck am I and convince you to listen to my fucking ass. I don't care if you listen to me or not. I really don't. I don't care. Do I like the fact that you do so? Hell yeah. I enjoy it. I love it very, very much. But if you choose to come back or not, I'm not stressing about that shit. You know why? Because that's something that I have no control over. And I'm slowly learning with age, control the things you can and let the other shit go that you can't. It's like water off a duck's back. So I told him, I am no one. Forget about my page and forget about my motherfucking ass. Then he would say, you didn't answer my question. Oh yeah, it took a genius to figure that shit out. No, I didn't answer your motherfucking question. Then I said, I do what I want. I do who I want. I do what I want, when I want, how I want, and why I want. I'm a motherfucking goddess and a queen. That's what I said. I'm a motherfucking goddess and a queen at the same goddamn time. Now, as you can see, I have a nice, healthy dose of self-esteem. But like I said, I am a goddess. I am a queen. And a queen or goddess doesn't answer a motherfucker if she doesn't want to. She doesn't answer. I don't have to do anything I don't want to fucking do. I don't owe you shit. And you don't owe me a goddamn thing. And the mere fact that I'm taking my precious time to even fuck with you right now, to even have a conversation with you. I mean, shit. How generous does a bitch gotta be? How generous do I gotta be? I'm taking my time right now. I'm fucking with you. I'm entertaining you. I'm dancing around. I'm having a little, mental foreplay with your motherfucking ass. And you're gonna sit here and try to expect more? No, motherfucker. You don't get to expect more. Expect less from me. Actually, expect any and everything from me, because you don't know what you're going to get at one point in time. I could be this way 1 minute and I could be the next 6 minutes, because I'm just going with the flow and I'm woosawing. I'm just exorcising my demons. That's what I'm doing. I'm exercising my demons. And I mean, I don't know what else he wants from me. So let me bring it back in. Why am I telling you this? Why am I telling you all this? Typically, people get into social media battles over stupid shit with an irrelevant, non-motherfucking motherfucker. Yes, they get into battles over shit with people who they don't know. They will probably never know. But for some odd reason, they care about what this 2-bit motherfucker thinks. Why? Why? Not everyone's going to like you. And if someone told you, you know what? If you be this way, you act this way, you think this way, you dress this way, you hang around these people, you eat at these places, you shop at these places, you work at these places, then everyone's going to lie to you. So everyone's going to like you. Someone lied to your ass. They lied to you because that's not reasonable. That's not practical. Look at nature. Shit. The king of the jungle. The lion goes around pouncing on any motherfucker it can eat. You think the lion's saying, okay, you know what? I don't think I'm going to eat this zebra today because I really want this zebra to like me. I'm going to go off and I'm going to eat this bear. Because, I don't give a fuck about bears. But zebras, I want to be like a zebra. So I'm not going to eat the zebra. Hell no. A lion is going to be a lion and a lion's going to eat the motherfucking zebra. And if the zebra's not available, the lion's going to eat the motherfucking bear. That's just how it is. You can't change how the fuck shit is wired and how the universe works. Which means not everyone is going to like you. And the people who like you today, they may not be able to stand your motherfucking ass tomorrow. And the people who can't stand you today, they may have a heart that softens a little bit and may be able to tolerate the fucking sound of your fucking breathing. That's what I said. One day, the people who can't stand you may have a heart that softens a little, in which they could stand the sound of you motherfucking breathing. Otherwise, they wish that you hold your breath, shut the fuck up, and die. That's just how it is. Not everyone's going to like you. Not everyone's going to like what you do, how you do, what you say, There's a lot of people who probably think, I'm angry, I've lost my mind, she's demented, she's this. And no, I want you to think that shit. That's what I want you to think. I want you to have that same mundane, ordinary line of motherfucking thinking. Because the more you keep thinking that way, the more crazier I'm going to act. My only goal is just to show you things are not always what they seem. And sometimes you have to take a moment to look beyond the crust in your goddamn eyes to see, you know what? Am I being hasty? Am I missing something? What is the point of this? Why is someone speaking in such, ratchet, ghetto, trifling, non-politically correct way, but giving these nuggets of wisdom? They don't go together. That's what I want you to think. They're not supposed to go together because life is not picture perfect and things in life don't come together the way it should be. So back to what I was saying. People get upset over irrelevant motherfuckers that they don't know. Now, who is this son of a bitch to you? Who is this son of a bitch to you? Who is this stranger to you that they can say some shit that's contradictory to what you think and you love and you think is the best thing since motherfucking ice cream? Who is this son of a bitch to you? Who is this son of a bitch to you? Why does what they think or say matter? I mean, shit. Fuck them. Fuck them, fuck them, fuck them, fuck them, fuck them. That's what I said. Fuck them. And I'm not saying fuck them to be mean or callous. I'm saying fuck them like shit. Do you pay attention to every motherfucking bird that flies past your car or your face? No. No, you don't. Do you look at every fucking leaf that drops from the tree and pay attention to each leaf that it goes on? No, you don't. So you need to look at some people that you know and that you don't know as the birds are flying in the sky, the leaves that are flowing in the wind. You got to handle shit like that. You can't take it so personal. Also, people think that because I have a podcast, I have this deep need for attention or to be heard. I'm doing this shit because it's motherfucking fun. I mean, I don't give a damn. I really don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I'm doing it because I find it fun. And I think, hey, maybe someone can learn something. Maybe not. Maybe they laugh. Maybe they have something to talk about because, people's lives are boring as motherfucking hell. So if I can entertain them and give them some shit to talk about, shit, let me do my good deed for the year. Actually, this is my motherfucking good deed for the rest of my goddamn life. That's what I'm going to do. That's it. I don't give a damn. I'm having fun. I am entertaining myself first and foremost. That's what I said. I'm entertaining myself. I am giving my demons a structured playground. You heard what I said. I am giving my demons a structured playground. So technically, I'm using y'all asses to make myself feel better. Now, in turn, if you get something out of it, then we got a symbiotic relationship. But I'm using you to make myself feel better, to disgusting, crazy ass shit that go on in my head. I'm just putting it out there and I'm hoping that people can have fun with it. It's as simple as that. You can take it or you can leave it. You can like it or you can love it. It ain't that deep. It's not that deep. I am just cruising. If I help someone, great. If I make someone laugh, awesome. If I repulse most of you, well, it's truly been my pleasure. My ultimate pleasure. My being, the key word, my pleasure. Did I confuse you? I bet I did. I said, if I repulse most of you, well, it's truly been my pleasure. My pleasure. I didn't say your pleasure. I said my pleasure. I am living my life and you should be living yours. Now, here's the $1 million point. You are not living your life because you are too busy trying to make yourself a perfect replica of some fictional character. I am a dynamic and animated person, and I'm now coming to terms with that and living my truth. Opinions change like the Earth's position to the sun and our weather patterns. 1 minute a motherfucker's with you, and the next minute they are not. People are like leaves. They just flow sometimes. And other times they land right in front of you at the right time. Some of you probably experienced where sometimes you don't even know that your friend has become your enemy. Yeah, that's what I said. Sometimes your best friend has become your enemy and you have no clue that things have changed. They changed. We are on this earth to evolve and grow. So while you are busy evolving and growing, you've got people still labeling you with opinions that are tied to the old you. Yeah, the old you. They still see you as the old version of yourself, and they have opinions about you tied to that old version. So you're doing all this work to make yourself better, to grow spiritually, to grow personally, professionally, whatever the case may be, whatever it is that you're working on. We all have issues. You're working on it. You have these motherfuckers in your life that are still trying to make you think, oh, you haven't changed. You're still the fucking same. Da 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 da. And you're telling them, no. I made these improvements. I made these. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And they say, no, I know how you are. You're really going to go back to doing what you were doing. You know, they want to keep you stuck in time. They want to keep you stuck in a certain place, stuck in a certain time. You know why? Because they're not motherfucking evolving and growing. They're so fucking concerned about what you're doing and what you're not motherfucking doing that they're not doing the work themselves. So if you keep evolving and growing, guess what that means? That means you're leaving them behind. And we all heard of the crab mentality. No one wants to get left behind. No one wants to do the motherfucking work to make themselves better. But shit, if someone's doing the work, they're definitely going to hold your motherfucking ass back and they're going to start trying to mentally punk you so they can keep their power over you and keep siphoning off. Yeah, they're going to keep their power off of you. And any power that you try to gain and empowering yourself, they want to keep siphoning that shit off so they can keep you doubting and second guessing yourself. You know, my mother would tell me, an opinion's like an asshole. And everyone has one. Yeah, it's disgusting. You don't like it. It's a metaphor. Work with it. My mom says an opinion's like an asshole, and everyone has one. Now, I'm not talking about the asshole meaning, you know, a mean, disrespectful fucker that you're dealing with. No, I'm talking about the shit that's in between your butt cheeks. That hole that shit comes out of. I'm talking about that. I'm talking about the literal asshole, not the figurative asshole, the literal asshole. That's what an opinion's like. That's what my mom would say. And guess what? I've added on to that statement. As I become an adult, I've become a mom. I've added on to that statement. And I tell my kids that. I tell my kids that, you know, an opinion's like a butthole or, you know, bum hole, as I call it for them. And I ask them, do you know what comes out of a bum hole? Do you know what comes out of an asshole? And they giggle and they laugh and they say, yes, yes. And then I ask them, what comes out of it? They say, poop comes out of it. That is correct. Poop comes out of the asshole. And that's some stinky ass shit. So I tell them, an opinion's like that. That's what an opinion is. Then I ask them, what do you do with poo? Yeah, that's what I ask them. What do you do with poo? And they say, you flush it. That is absolutely correct. We flush that motherfucking shit down the toilet. Now you're saying, oh, Tara, look, so what you're saying is if someone doesn't tell me what the fuck I want to hear, then their opinion's like shit. And, you know, that's not right. You think you're too self-important, da, 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 da. No. I am not talking about constructive feedback. Constructive feedback is something completely different than a negative, judgmental opinion. And if you don't know the difference between constructive feedback and criticizing someone, then you need to call Siri, fucking wake up Alexa, and ask those motherfuckers what it means. Ask her to pull out the dictionary because they are different. One is empowering and positive. The other one is negative and derisive. And that is what I'm talking about. Those opinions that are not supportive, that are hindering, that are chipping away at you, that's haunting you, that's keeping you from going forward in life and being the best person you can be. I'm talking about that shit. That is the poo that I'm talking about. I tell my kids to flush it. I tell them we place too much stock on other people's views and thoughts. Most people don't know what the fuck they want or want to do. Yeah, that's what I said. Most people don't know what the fuck they want or what the hell they want to do. So how can I trust this motherfucker to guide me and save me, quote unquote, for myself? Think about what I just said. If most people don't know what the fuck they're doing, when they're going to do it, how they're going to do it, why they're going to do it, why in the hell will I take your opinion and run with that shit? Huh? You're trying to save me from myself, right? How the fuck you going to save me when you can't save your motherfucking self? Matter of fact, your situation's so bad, you don't even know what the fuck is wrong to save yourself, but you want to be all up in my motherfucking business. Come on now, guys. We got to think about this logically. We have to really think about this logically. I'm better off trying, failing, and learning than listening to some whimsical blown in the wind leaf motherfucker. That's what I said. I am better off trying, failing, and learning than listening to some whimsical blown in the wind leaf motherfucker. Yes, that's what I said. I mean, shit. The only opinion, thought, view that you should treasure is your own. Yes, your own. Then you may say, how do I trust myself? Aha, yes. Now we are getting somewhere. How do you trust yourself? You've got to have self-awareness. To have self-awareness, you've got to take the time. You have to take the quality time with yourself and get to know yourself. The good, the bad, the ugly, and the pretty. Yeah, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the pretty. And I'm saying, how the fuck do you want me to get to know the good, the bad, the ugly, and the pretty? Aren't we supposed to get rid of the bad and the ugly? No, how can you do that? That's not practical. That's not reasonable. That is not life. That is not balance. You cannot have light without darkness. You cannot have happiness without sadness. You cannot have that. Life, if you look around you, male, female, it's about balance. Balance, balance, balance. And that is why we're here as humans. We are perfectly imperfect. So you have to embrace your good, your bad, ugly, and your pretty. Now, some of your bads, you can turn over a new leaf and create more good than bad. But you're always going to have that innate, primal, check a motherfucker type part of you, because that's never going to go away. So no matter how older I get, how much mature and wiser I get, if you push me, I'm going to go back to my old self on your ass. I'm going to snatch that motherfucker out the closet and I'm going to check your ass. But I don't technically like to do that. I try to be very good and very peaceful and very zen. Yes, that's what I said. Very good, very peaceful and zen. If you saw me in real life, I'm usually chilled the fuck out. I'm laugh. I'm pleasant. Good morning. How are you? Very da. But if you come for me, I'm going to go to the back of my motherfucking closet. I'm going to bring out my green eye, ugly ass monster, and I'm going to stomp, crush, kill, and destroy your motherfucking ass. But I don't like to do that. So you're not going to be able to get rid of all your bad, and you're not going to be able to get rid of all your pretty, or some of your pretty is going to become ugly and some of your ugly is going to become pretty. That is how life, those are phases and transitions. That's the beauty of life. You're just going from one to the next, swaying back and forth like a pendulum. You got to embrace that shit. You got to relish it. Change the things you can and let the other stuff go, which means accept your perfectly imperfect self. It's a struggle. It's a hard struggle. It's a daily struggle. It's a life struggle. The struggle is real and it's hard, but you are worth the work. Eventually, you will learn which opinions to consider. Ha ha. Listen to what I just said. You just missed something. I said eventually you will learn which opinions to consider. You hear me? I said consider. I didn't say accept. I said consider. And if you don't know the difference, like I like to say, Google the shit, call Siri, ask Alexa. Both of those heifers can help you figure that shit out, okay? All the other opinions, well, you flush that shit down the toilet where it belongs and you keep on moving forward. Remember, when you look yourself in the mirror in the morning and at the end of the day, at night, you must be at peace with you. All of you. Now, finally, like I told you guys before, if you need me, I'm here for you. All you have to do is reach out and ask me for help. I've just recently completed a special episode, a special request for one of my listeners, and they wanted me to talk about the rising national debt of America, and I did that. So if there's something that's near and dear to you that you would like me to speak about, elaborate on, share my thoughts on, all you have to do is reach out and let me know. I have no problems helping you. If I can do it, I will. If I can't, I'll let you know. And if I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to deliver on it. So I hope you enjoyed this piece, my Come Into My World segment. And next, I am moving over to some crazy ass shit in the news. But again, thank you so much for listening. And don't go anywhere because I'm not done yet. All right, I am starting off now talking about some things in the news. And I'm just going to start this off and tell you, please forgive me in advance. And remember that this is an entertainment podcast. I try to give you some wisdom and I try to give you some laughter. And I say some ridiculous off the wall shit. But you have to see beyond that and get to the nuggets of what I'm offering. So again, forgive me now. Forgive me in advance. I am getting ready to discuss something that's very touchy, and I know it makes me upset, and I'm sure it makes a lot of you upset, but it's so asinine and crazy that I'm probably going to get asinine and crazy with it while I'm discussing it. And just forgive me, okay? Forgive me right now. Seriously, forgive me. So what I'm talking about right now is in California, there was a discovery of 13 starved and abused siblings. 13 children, some adults, some are children, that were starved and abused. And they were chained to beds under horrific conditions in an ordinary suburb. Now, I've lived in the suburbs. People in the suburbs are nosy as motherfucking hell, okay? And typically, most suburbs, people don't have 13 goddamn kids. They don't have 13 kids. They don't have 13 kids. So you got a family who's living in a reasonably, let's say 2,000 square foot home. Let's just say hypothetically. They're in California, so it has to be around, 1,500 to 2,000 square feet average. Let's just go there. Because this looks like a pretty recent neighborhood. And they have 13 children. 13 children. Chained to their beds in a goddamn garage. I'm trying to logistically figure this shit out. Like, I know the normal size of a garage. How the fuck do you fit 13 motherfucking beds in a fucking garage? And a garage has no heating, no insulation. How was this mother and father able to achieve this shit without their nosy ass motherfucking neighbors realizing it? How is that possible? Garages typically have some type of windows, either on the garage door or the side of the house. How is it that people, let's say the people adjacent to them, next to them, didn't see no off the wall shit? Somebody is lying in this motherfucker. There's a lie here. There's a motherfucking lie here. That makes no goddamn sense to me. You have 13 kids. You can't hear shit. You don't see shit. Nothing. The kids barely come out the motherfucking house, and none of you sons of bitches find that odd. All you nosy ass motherfuckers who wants to know what I'm driving, who I'm driving with, when I'm coming and going, where I work, what I'm wearing. Your bitch asses can't tell. You can't figure out something is wrong with 13 motherfucking kids that you don't see and you don't hear. You don't find that odd? That's some bull motherfucking shit. It's some straight up bullshit. Somebody's lying and the other person is in motherfucking denial, or it's a blend of the two. It does not make any logical sense. I don't know if the mother and father were turning motherfucking tricks on the neighbors and that's why their motherfucking mouth was kept shut. Something does not add up at all. The shit doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And they were trapped there for years. Years. They weren't showering. Now, you and I both know you can't keep funk contained. Okay? That's the point of funk. Funk travels. That's why nobody likes motherfucking funk. Funk stinks. Funk is funk for a reason. Funk motherfucking stinks. So you have 13 people trapped in a garage. And I haven't even answered how the fuck you fit 13 goddamn beds in a goddamn garage. That it's not possible. So some of these kids must be sleeping on concrete floors. How do you not smell the piss and the shit and the stench coming off of human flesh from neighbors? They walk past the side of the house. They got to take the garbage out. They got to get the garbage cans out. They don't hear it. No one questions that. And that's when I start getting on people's levels of intelligence. Because you all up on social motherfucking media, you're keeping up with fucking Donald Trump's tweets and all that. But you have some sons of a bitches who are right next to you, right across the street from you, in front of you and back of you, and you don't know what the fuck is going on there. But you're more in tune about what the fuck these so-called crooks, Trump family crooks are doing. But you can't see who's in front of you, your neighbor in front of you, that someone needs help. That's some fucking fraud, fake ass motherfucking bullshit. And people like that need to be fucking bitch slapped because the shit makes no goddamn sense. The 17-year-old planned her escape for 2 years. Now, her ass wasn't out in the wilderness. She wasn't in Yellowstone National motherfucking Park. She was in a California motherfucking suburb. How many motherfuckers can I say? I can just keep saying motherfucker because I'm pissed. Because it makes no sense. She planned her escape for 2 years straight. It's not like she had to hop out a window. She had to swim through a frozen stream. She had trees and twigs and she was barefoot and all. No, she was in a regular, ordinary neighborhood. And it took her 2 years to figure out how the fuck to escape. What the fuck were they doing to the kids that it either took her 2 years to figure it out or it took her 2 years to find the motherfucking moment to make it happen? Which one is it? They fucked them up so much in the head, education-wise, that it took her 2 years to figure out how to escape. Or it took her 2 years to implement her motherfucking plan. I'm just throwing that out there. It's absolutely wrong. The 17-year-old escaped and called 911. That's a miracle and that's a genius. That the parents at least taught the kids that. Because, looking at these parents, they probably only taught the kids that to save their own motherfucking asses. They weren't concerned about the welfare of their children. The victims ranged from 2 years old to 29 years old. I can't imagine a 2-year-old and to a 29-year-old being held hostage, being held prisoner in a suburban neighborhood. First of all, it shouldn't happen no matter what. But to happen by your own parents who you're supposed to trust and who's to provide you with safety and love, to be shackled, and they didn't raise any suspicions at all with the neighbors or authorities. Now, people say one of the reasons why he was able to get away with that is because he set up his own homeschool. Okay, but that sounds like some bullshit too. So what, kids are being homeschooled? Yeah, it happens. There's no big deal. It doesn't mean weird shit like this is happening. It doesn't matter. Something else was going on in that goddamn neighborhood that no one else noticed. Typically, when you live in the neighborhood, people know each other. When you know you have kids, the kids want to play with each other. They knock on the door. They say, hey, can I play with such and such? Can she come outside? Right? And if kids are not able to knock on a house and play with the kids, when you have 13 goddamn kids in the house, usually what people are doing, they start gossiping. Yeah, because people don't like to talk about their own motherfucking business. They like to talk about other people's business. So typically, there would be rumors. There would be people talking about shit that they're not supposed to. Sounds like human nature, right? That's what the fuck people do. They gossip. 6 of the children were minors, and the rest were adults. It's unbelievable. And people never saw them. They never heard them. And now they say, hey, hindsight is 20/20 vision. No, motherfucker, hindsight's not 20/20 vision. You should lose your motherfucking eyeball. Somebody should bitch slap your ass and pop those motherfuckers out your head. Hindsight is some shit. It's some shit. You are trying to make yourself feel better for the fact that you knew something was wrong and you did nothing. You did nothing. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to save face. You're trying to save your ass from a spiritual, from a humanitarian type of perspective. That is what you're trying to do. When you're saying some shit like hindsight is 20/20 vision. You know, as a neighbor, I should have did something. I should have thought of something. No, because you were too busy on your Facebook motherfucking page posting some shit that looks hideous anyway, instead of helping the motherfucker that's in front of you. It's simple as that. Simple as that. And the parents would make the kids memorize long passages of the Bible as schooling. There's nothing wrong with that. There's great history and literature in that. But what were they trying to achieve? Were they just trying to, what were they trying to do? Kill the time? Make them be quiet? It's just off the wall. And I know damn well, you and I both know, the mother and the father, they were chunky. They were like chunky cheese. You heard of Chuck E. Cheese? They were motherfucking chunky cheeses. Chunky cheeses. That's what I said. Not Chuck E. Cheese. Chunky cheeses. They were eating well, which means the mother and father were motherfucking grocery shopping. They were grocery shopping. They were grocery shopping, which means people saw them come and go. So if you see the parents coming and going, and you know they have 13 motherfucking other people living in the house, you don't find that odd that you don't catch the kids coming in and out of the house, getting in and out of the car? You don't question that? You must be dumb. You have to be motherfucking dumb. You have to be utterly, utterly dumb. Not to say, I know these people have a large family, and the only people I see coming, going in and out of the house are the mother and father. Where are the other people? Because my crazy ass, are they buried in the backyard? Shit. What they doing? They doing what? They're fucking sex trafficking? I would be thinking of all the crazy ass shit, because if you look at the situation, if it doesn't look right, it doesn't sound right, it ain't motherfucking right. I don't care if you have the proof or not. Sometimes you don't need the motherfucking proof. People want to wait till the proof slaps you in the fucking face like a dick. No, sometimes you don't get the dick slapping in the face of proof. I'm laughing because I'm absolutely absurd. I told you, forgive me in advance. That's what people do. They wait until they get bitch slapped in the face with a fucking dick, and then they have that aha moment. Something is wrong. Oh yeah, you figure that out? Fucking Sammy Davis Jr. and Stevie Wonder can see that shit. Something's not right. Something's not right. So it takes a girl who's been suffering for years to escape through a window, to take an unactivated cell phone, to dial an emergency call for 911 to get the help she needs, when she's living around motherfucking circus freaks animals who can't figure that shit out. Like, seriously, come on, dude. I hate fake ass motherfuckers. You know what this woman would have said? I could have had more respect for saying, you know what? I'm wrong. I knew something wasn't right, and I was concerned about other people's opinions. What I tell you about motherfucking opinions. And because I was concerned about how it would look and how I would offend, I didn't do anything about it. And now I realize how wrong I am. I can respect a real motherfucker like that. I can't respect no bitch, punk ass motherfucker who says, you know what? 2020 is hindsight. You know what 2020 vision is? Watch my motherfucking fist crack you in the goddamn forehead. That's some vision. See my fist crack your shit open, because you're lying, you're a fraud, you're a fucking fake, and you should not even be breathing the same air that I'm breathing, because you have human beings, children, people who need help. They're right in front of you, and you turned a blind eye. You turned a blind eye. America first, my motherfucking ass. Ain't no America first. People just worried about them and their own, and it's wrong. It's really wrong. And the parents, they're on fucking Facebook. So they got the children memorizing these long ass passages from the Bible, which is good. History is good. You can learn lessons from there. But their fucking asses, Chuck E. Cheese, Chunky Cheese and Chunky Cheese 1 and Chunky Cheese 2, they're on fucking Facebook posting pictures. How demented is that shit? When I tell you about social media, people are spending their time on stupid ass shit. Now, I'm not saying social media is not important. Yes, because we have community. We all get connected. It's great. It's fun. I use it too. Yeah. Now, moving past that. I'm talking about real people in real life with real goddamn suffering. And people are worried about other people's fucking opinions instead of people who are in a life and death situation. And the stupid ass mommy and daddy are on fucking Facebook posting pictures without the kids. Now, all the relatives knew that these people had a lot of kids because they're doing a lot of fucking. So while the kids are fucking memorizing Bible passages, they are fucking on the counter, fucking on the couch, fucking on the toilet. They're fucking wherever because that's how they're producing the goddamn kids. And you know what? Hey, if they want to fuck, fuck. That's their right to fuck. Welcome to America. Fuck all you want. Fuck how you want. Fuck, 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 fuck. You do that shit. They probably got the kids listening to their perverted motherfucking asses. That's another reason why they're fucking fucked up in the head because they've been listening to mommy and daddy getting on all the motherfucking time and producing all these goddamn kids. Simple as that. I said it. You heard it. Yeah, I already asked for your opinion. Or I asked for your forgiveness. You said you forgave me. Now we're rolling. It's just wrong. It's wrong. And I think we, as humans, we have to do a better job. You need to stop getting tied up in opinions and you have to look at right is right and wrong is wrong. And if the shit doesn't look like it makes sense, then there's a lie in that bitch and you need to find that motherfucking lie and you need to research. All you had to do was place an anonymous phone call and say, look, I may be wrong, but I'd rather be wrong and everything okay than to be quiet and everything not okay. Yeah. That means you put your pride and you put your ego to the side and you do some shit, you do some courageous action with the knowledge of knowing that you could be judged and you could be wrong. But we're supposed to take care of each other. That is why we're here. We're here to take care of one another and help one another. And the fact that this went on for so many years, it's just saddening to my core. It's saddening to my soul. You have 13 people who have been fucked up from the inside out, from the core, by the people they're supposed to love and trust the most. And then on top of that, there's an added violation because there were people around them outside this situation that saw something, that smelled shit, that knew something was off, and they did nothing about it. So these kids, some of them will heal. Some of them are going to be fucked up for the rest of their lives. And I pray and I hope that things come together for them, but it's going to be a long, hard struggle. So first of all, the first years of your life is a long, hard struggle. And then you got to spend the other portion of your life fixing some other shit that other people did. It's foul as hell. It's foul as hell. Get the fuck out of social media and start looking at the community that's right in front of your motherfucking face. That is what I said. Stop looking for community with a whole bunch of motherfucking strangers overseas where the fuck you don't know. You trying to get a come up. You're trying to get some, you're trying to hit on it. Whatever the fuck you're trying to do. And take a moment, put down your fucking phone and look the fuck around you to see who is in front of you that needs your help. Who's in front of you that needs you to like that. You know how you like to tap that shit? Like, fuck that shit. Look to the people who are in front of you, behind you, inside to you, and start liking them. Start loving them. Start treating them with the respect they're due. Do that. And then when you take care of those basics, then go onto social media and show your hot stuff. But right about now, we're just lacking and it's all fucked up. Completely fucked up. All right, this is my last news topic for this episode. And what I am discussing is the fact that our beloved president, Donald Trump, bragged about his Black approval rating and stated that it doubled on Twitter. It went from, see, I'm puzzled right now because why is this relevant or important? His Black approval rating. He should be worried about his overall approval rating for everyone. He has a tendency to segment and divide us. And what I've learned from history, and some of you may or may not know this, when a motherfucker divides you, he's trying to conquer you. And that is why they say stay united, one for all for one. Because you have 2-bit motherfuckers like these who excel, who wins the presidency by dividing up a people, a country, and playing them against one another. So sitting here saying, you know what? My Black approval rating has doubled. He already knows that's going to stoke some fires because everyone knows he's racist. He's racist. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. This is just how it is. So for this motherfucker to sit here and say, you know what? I'm racist and my Black approval rating has doubled. How you like that, bitches? What I tell you about shit that don't make sense? If it doesn't look right, it doesn't sound right, and it doesn't motherfucking smell right, it ain't right. It's not right. So we have a president who is leading us who just lies. Like it's a blink of an eye. Like it's so natural. He's demented. He's completely demented. His approval rating has gone down overall. And the people that support him, you know what? I'm sure they have good reasons why they do so. But how can you support someone, whether you're Republican or you're Democrat, who's dividing the very nation that you love? You say America's first? Okay. Prove that shit. America's made up of all different types of people. And matter of fact, if you just want to X out all the fucking minorities, you don't do that shit. Cross out all the motherfucking minorities. And you're left with your picture perfect world. All you motherfuckers are then going to start nitpicking about how this one has red hair, this one has freckles, this one has a big nose, this one has another nose. Because that's what little-minded motherfucking people do. That's what little-minded motherfucking people do. Little-minded motherfucking people. That is what I said. People with dwarf minds, that's what the fuck they do. Because people who have real motherfucking shit going on, real business, they're trying to get ahead, they're trying to build a legacy, they're doing shit, they're movers and shakers. They don't have time for that shit. They don't have time for that shit. Because you know what? They're getting things done. That's the difference. You got talkers and you got walkers. A lot of motherfuckers, they do a lot of talking. Talk. I don't like a lot of talk. And yes, I have a podcast and I ramble for a motherfucking hour. Sometimes even more than an hour. But I'm not a talking person. If I got a problem, you know what? You won't hear me. You won't see me sitting in a motherfucking corner complaining like most people. My ass is going to shut the fuck up, figure out what the fuck I need to do, and I am going to get it done. I get shit done. And then when I get it done, I don't talk about it. I sit back and I enjoy the rewards. So here he is, consistently dividing us. Consistently spreading lies that's going to make people angry. And you know why he tells the lies too? Because when you're angry, you can't think straight. When you're angry, you can't see the games that people are playing, the moves that they're making. They keep you foggy. They keep your brain foggy. And when your brain is foggy, you don't have clarity. And without clarity, you can't figure out his punk ass next motherfucking move. You can't figure out this move. He's playing chess. And he's playing chess so well that he's punking your ass. He's telling you some shit that's going to inflame you, get you all caught up in your motherfucking emotions. And that's how he trumps your ass. That's how Trump trumps your ass, because you too caught up in the stupid ass shit that he likes to say. And that is why he's able to achieve the things that he's achieving. Because people are too busy paying attention to shit doesn't matter. Like bum ass motherfucking porn star. Like, please don't get me started on a porn star. Another show, another episode. Things like that. He likes to distract you like a magician, because the real motherfucking magic is going on behind the scenes while he's distracting you with all his reality TV antics. He says unemployment for Black Americans is the lowest ever recorded. Okay, maybe it's true, maybe it's not, whatever. People seem to think that all jobs are created equal, and that you should be grateful for having a motherfucking job. At some level, yes. Be grateful. But we're all trying to excel. We're all trying to move forward in life and to progress. So you think just because someone is Black, they should be happy to have a job, no matter what that job is. Huh? And you think that's something to brag about. Now, if you're telling me, you know what? Because I'm president, I have decreased the dropout rate in high schools. I've increased the acceptance rate into universities. And I've increased the graduation rate of universities for Black people. And I've increased the number of white-collar jobs that minorities or Black people are getting in this country. You know what? Hell yeah. I love Donald Trump. That's why I say, hell motherfucking yeah. And I don't care if you're black, you're white, you're pink, you're purple, you smell like a skunk, you look like a motherfucking skunk, and you fucking walk and talk like a fucking raccoon. I don't give a fuck about your color. I'm speaking about black here because that's what the fuck he said in the article. But to me, people are fucking people. We all need the basics, food, clothing, and shelter. And then when you take care of the basics, then we need the extra shit on top. The shit that he has, where you got people wiping your shit off, cleaning your fucking fingernails and cleaning up of his funky old ass. That's the shit I'm talking about. That's what we're trying to get to. So yeah, I may be talking about black, but all this color shit, it's irrelevant. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. You're black American, you're white American, you're Asian. What the fuck is that shit? We're all in the same goddamn country. So why do we have to differentiate by color? Are we in preschool? Huh? Well, we gotta teach a motherfucker what the difference is between the colors? No. So why is color important? Because color is another way to discriminate and to divide people. Because if you start looking at people as people and ignore the color of their motherfucking skin, how do you justify the wrong shit you're doing? Huh? How do you do that? How do you do that? Ever since slavery started in this country, motherfuckers have come up with slick shit to justify the economic discrimination and marginalization of all different types of people. People are ingenious. We're coming up with fucking bullshit to justify what to say, what they want to motherfucking say, and what they want to motherfucking do. And some people even use the Bible to do it. They use religious texts to do wrong shit. Like, when does the insanity end? When do people grow a fucking pair of balls, stand the fuck up, put the fucking dick on the table, whatever you want to call it? Grow a pair, whatever. When are people going to stand up and say, you know, fuck that shit, this is some bullshit, and cut to the chase, cut to the meat of it, get to the point? Black Americans. Well, you know what? Great for Black Americans. But what about the white Americans who are suffering? Huh? What are you doing for them? What about the Latin Americans? What are you doing for them? What are you doing for them? Since you want to fucking cut the pie up into different fucking colors of the rainbow, what the fuck are you doing about other people? See, that's part of another problem. When he's saying his black approval rating has doubled. And the unemployment is the lowest it's been under his presidency. Let me tell you why. Because when this motherfucker Donald Trump says, you know what? Blacks are doing well on my presidency. Look how well they're doing. You know what you're going to do? You are isolating the white Americans who are struggling, who are suffering, who are in need. And you're stoking their anxiety. You're stoking their fears. You're stoking their insecurities. And you're making it feel like, oh shit, there's not enough jobs for us. All of this is some whack manipulative stuff. It's whack. You see, you think this article was just as simple as, oh, my black approval rating is doubled, all is great. No, what he's doing is he's rubbing it in the faces of the other people who are suffering. That's what he's doing. He's fucking everybody over. That's what I say. He's fucking everybody over. The white Americans, the America First people he's helping, he's helping them, right? He's helping them by fucking over the black people. And then when he's helping the motherfucking black people, he's fucking over the white people that he's supposed to be helping. He's robbing Peter to play Paul, and he's running games on all of us. He's only in it for himself. He's always only been in for himself. And what I'm asking all of you to do, you got to start thinking. You got to start thinking like a motherfucking ninja. You got to start thinking like a motherfucking spy. You got to look beyond the fucking smoke and the mirrors, because this motherfucker, he is successful in reality TV because he knows how to entertain. He knows how to get people going. Shit, he does what the fuck I do. He likes to rub people the wrong way, and he definitely likes to rub them the right motherfucking way. And that's how I am. You keep people caught up in their emotions, and you know what? They can't think. And when they can't think, you can lead those motherfuckers around by their nose, and they won't think anything of it. And then when they start coming back to their senses, you do some other shit that brings them back high again on their emotions of anger, where they don't have clarity. And you just keep them going there. And while you're doing that, you're just leading them along. Because most people cannot think when they're angry. They can't see the shit right in front of their face because they're angry. And that is what he's doing. That is what he's doing. That is why he's throwing color out there. He's doing all that. He's manipulating. He's one of the greatest con men in history. The greatest con man in history. Con man in history. And he also said, you know what? I'm the least racist person you have ever interviewed. Now, when you first hear that statement, you say, hey, you know what? All right. That sounds reasonable. That sounds cool. He said he's the least racist person. But you're not listening to what the fuck he's saying. He's saying he's the least racist person, which means this motherfucker is racist. He's told you he's racist. How the fuck are we going to elect a racist person? Huh? He has an immigrant for a fucking wife, but he can't stand motherfucking immigrants. Now, you know what I tell you. If it don't look right, it don't smell right, it don't sound right, the shit ain't right. How can you hold a man to a presidency level who has no integrity, who is inconsistent, who can't keep his story straight? You the motherfucker can't even keep his goddamn lie straight. Fuck the truth. Fuck the truth. How do you keep your fucking lie straight? Huh? And then people say, all of our presidents, they've had issues. They haven't been perfect. No, it's not about perfection. Let's get that shit straight. That's another motherfucking trick that people like to play. Oh, we're not perfect. People are not perfect. It's okay. Fuck perfect. No one's talking about motherfucking perfect. And I can't stand when people use the word perfect, because when you start throwing in perfect means absolute, complete. There's nothing perfect. What I'm asking for is your best job. You got that? That's what I said. I didn't say perfect. I said best. Best. People think if you hold perfection up there, then you and I both know that no one's perfect. So no one's ever going to meet those expectations of perfection. So when you put perfection out there and the motherfucker's not going to meet perfection, then there's a sliding scale of the bullshit that you allow and tolerate. But if you change that word from perfection to best, doing your best job, then there's not much of a sliding scale. You don't have much room to go. You don't. You don't have much room to go, because your best means you're giving your best. And, there's a floor underneath that. You can't go below your best. You can go up and down on the fucking perfection scale, because you and I both know that's never going to be achieved. But doing your best job, there's no wiggle room on that shit. And that's when I tell my children. My son says, you know what? I'm not perfect. I said, I'm sorry. I'm confused. Did you hear me say I want perfection? Huh? I tell my kids, I'm not even perfect. Don't even expect me to be perfect. Don't even look at me with the wish of hoping that I'm going to be perfect, because it's not going to happen. Your mother and your father are human beings, and our best changes at every second of the goddamn day. Yes, that's what I said. And I'm okay with that. I am not trying to get you to set up and believe in a motherfucking Santa Claus and motherfucking pigeons dropping off babies. I don't do that shit. Oh, they're taking away their childhood. No, I'm not taking away their childhood. I am raising sound, balanced, reasonable children that's going to become adults. That's what I'm doing. So when people say, you know what? Our presidents haven't been perfect. No, they're not supposed to be perfect. They're supposed to be doing their best goddamn job. And this president is not doing his best goddamn job. He's making fools out of all of us, and he's clowning all of us. He may look like a clown, but his clown ass is clowning all of us. He is racist. He's acknowledged that he's racist. So all of you that believe in truth, liberty, and justice, you need to go look in the mirror. Look long, look motherfucking hard. Hold your goddamn breath while you're doing this, as far as I'm goddamn concerned. Hold your breath. Yep, hold your goddamn breath. You saying, Tara, why do you want me to hold my breath? I can't hold it that long. Yeah, because I want you to hold it until you pass the fuck out and maybe die. Because your shit is stupid. That's what the fuck I said. That's what the fuck I said. How can you say that it's me? Yeah, it is me. Because you are turning your back on your brother and sister's citizens. You're turning your back. You're making excuses for wrong behavior. And you're justifying the shit he's doing with, oh, other presidents weren't perfect. No, other presidents weren't perfect. But when you don't honor our Bill of Rights and our Constitution, and you don't follow the rules, the guidelines of the Oval Office, presidential ethics, you're not doing your best job. You shouldn't have the job. And whether you're Republican or you're Democrat, you should not stand with or for anyone who cannot honor the legacy of our nation, of what we were built on. Fuck whether you're red, fuck whether you're blue, fuck whether you're left wing, fuck whether you're right wing. Doesn't matter. It doesn't motherfucking matter. The fact is, if you're left wing or you're right wing, guess what's in the middle? The Bill of Rights and the goddamn Constitution. That's what's holding us together. And when you have someone in office who doesn't give a fuck about that, You should no longer give a fuck about being Republican and Democrat. You should snatch that motherfucker out of the office and put someone in there who can appreciate our struggles, our history, and what our nation motherfucking stands for. How's that shit for you?
Are you disappointed this has come to an end? Well, it doesn't have to. Reach out and let me know what you think about this episode and my podcast. You can try and slide into my DM, but I will kick your ass out. So I suggest you hop into my DM on Instagram at Difficult and Demanding or Twitter at Mrs. D&D, or leave a comment on one of my posts. Now give. My episode links to friends, family, associates, frenemies. Hell, give it to your enemies. Actually, I don't give a damn who you give it to. Just give the shit to people and bring laughter to others and show your love for this podcast. Everyone needs a little spice in their life. But for those of you that like it hot, well, I am incendiary. Episode 19 is coming soon on March 30th, 2018 from the I'm Difficult and Demanding podcast, keeping it real on the ridiculous world we live in. Visit me on my Instagram page at Difficult and Demanding and on my Twitter page at Mrs. D&D.